This is the DJI Action 5 Pro, and you probably know it from shots like this. But let's be real, most people are not capable of doing that kind of stuff, myself included. Does that mean that an action camera is completely useless to a regular person like you or me? Well, maybe not. I had a theory that when you combine the small size, larger sensor, 40 megapixel definition, waterproof rating, and front screen of this camera, it becomes an incredible travel camera. So I took it literally across the world. When you've got a waterproof camera, what better place to test it out than the world's most pristine reef? It really was the waterproof element of the Action 5 Pro that led me to buy it in the first place. When it comes to image quality, it may only be marginally better than my iPhone 14 Pro, but I could never get these shots with my iPhone. Actually, let's check out that image quality, shall we? One of these pictures was taken on an iPhone, and the other was taken on the DJI. On first impression, which do you like better? Let's zoom in a little bit and see if there's much of a quality difference here. Picture B is obviously quite a bit softer than picture A, but if you zoom back out, I honestly really like B a lot better. I think the color rendering is better and it just seems like a more cinematic image, for lack of a more nuanced term. Now, picture B is DJI and picture A is my iPhone 14, and you might be more of a sharpness fanatic and prefer the iPhone image, but me personally, I like the DJI quite a bit more. But using this as your exclusive travel camera comes with a couple of drawbacks. The first and most obvious issue is that you're limited to a single lens, which has a very wide field of view. Now, I'm in no way against fixed focal length cameras. I think that they can be very fun and get you some great photos, as evidenced by my video on the Ricoh GR3. The issue is I typically like to have a more moderately wide lens on a fixed focal length camera. Something like 24mm can be used both for wide landscape shots and for some wider portraits. The narrowest focal length setting on the DJI is only 15mm, which is fine for landscapes, but it's really too wide for any sort of portraits, especially if you want some separation from the background. The problem kind of compounds on itself when you learn that the minimum focusing distance for this camera is a little over a foot, so you're not really going to be able to get any detail shots unless you just sort of crop in on the image. That is where the 40 megapixels come in handy, but you're still sacrificing some image quality or image definition in this case. All of that said, the Action 5 Pro is kind of a weird animal when it comes to photos, and I wouldn't really recommend it unless you're really trying to get some shots where your phone definitely can't go. On the video front, it's hard to argue that these cameras haven't come a long way. The 10-bit D-Log provides a good amount of dynamic range, and to me, this image seems considerably less flat than my iPhone. The thing that really makes this camera travel friendly though is DJI's app. It's a massive pain to upload footage to your computer, edit the raw files, send them back to your phone, all just to share some photos of the things that you did that day. The Osmo connects wirelessly to your phone through the DJI Memo app, and from here you can scroll through all of your footage, apply color correction, and export the shots directly to your device, all which only takes a couple of minutes. It's not much less convenient than just shooting on your phone. For the vloggers out there, I would say that this is definitely a valuable step up from just using your phone, because DJI's image quality, stabilization, and low light performance are meaningfully better, all while giving you a bulletproof camera that makes filming yourself easy with this front-facing screen. So at the end of the day, I really realized that this camera does have a place for me because I like to hike and adventure when I travel. But if you're more casual about your trips, or you want something that's specifically going to give you the best photo quality, I'd say save your money on this and put it towards something like the Ricoh GR3, which is a pretty great pocket-friendly option, and I reviewed it up over here if you'd like to check that out. I'm curious to see what you think about it.